Welcome, dear friends, to TIBP Media. This is how Trump prepares for one world worship. For the Sunday Law, why did President Trump change the name of the Department of Defense to the Department of War?
We've been talking about this Department of War. So we won the First World War, we won the Second World War, we won everything before that and in between, and then we decided to go woke and we changed the name to Department of Defense. So we're going Department of War, and I'd like to ask our Secretary of War to say a few words. Pete Hegseth. I think it's a much more appropriate name, especially in light of where the world is right now. We have the strongest military in the world. We have the greatest equipment in the world. We have the greatest manufacturers of equipment by far.
This name change is not just about renaming, it's about restoring. Words matter. It's restoring, as you've guided us to, Mr. President, restoring the warrior ethos, restoring victory and clarity as an end state, restoring intentionality to the use of force. So at your direction, Mr. President, the War Department is going to fight decisively, not endless conflicts. It's going to fight to win, not to lose. We're going to go on offense, not just on defense. Maximum lethality, not tepid legality. Violent effect, not politically correct. We're going to raise up warriors, not just defenders. So this War Department, Mr. President, just like America, is back. Thank you for your leadership and your clarity. We're going to set the tone for this country. America first, peace through strength, brought to you by the War Department.
Is the White House preparing for some kind of revolution? Are they planning to rededicate America just like in the time of Babylon chapter 3? Jeremiah 13 verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? Then also you can do good who are accustomed to do evil. The headlines, dear friends, are getting very strange. It seems that the golden era Trump is talking about is coming to its conclusion. Are they preparing for American Revolution? Headlines, Politico.com. Leader of the Pro-Trump Project 2025 suggests there will be a new American Revolution.
Is because our side is winning. And so I come full circle in this response and just want to encourage you with some substance that we are in the process of the Second American Revolution, Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
Project 2025 leader Kevin Roberts said the revolution will be bloodless if the left allows it to be. How in the world does he know that we are already in the process of the Second American Revolution? Do you see people protesting with guns? No. The truth is, dear friends, it's because they are the ones who are going to bring a huge change in America and instituting a new economic system. The stable coins are here from Trump. The digital ID is here. Everything cashless to surveil and persecute. Headlines, New York Times. The expansion of the National Guard going into all 50 states. An executive order released last Monday directs the expansion of specialized guard units to quell civil disturbances. So what is Trump's purpose for an expansion of National Guards? For law enforcement? The purpose is to quell dissent, to combat anyone that will go against their policies. And by extension in the future, you see, these are Vatican policies. Trump signs order renaming Pentagon the Department of War. Why are they doing it now? Why a sudden change on the military? Personally, I see the Land-Based USA is doing what prophecy have already foretold. The movement to force people to worship the first beast, the papacy. And here is proof. Politico.com says, Pete Hegseth's crusade to to turn the military into a Christian weapon. One more time. Pete Hegseth's crusade to turn the military into a Christian weapon. Trump's pick to run the Pentagon has embraced an aggressive form of Christianity that is at war with the military's non-partisan and pluralistic culture. And dear friends, the truth is, Trump will lead America, the Catholicization of America. Donald Trump posts on X, "Happy birthday, Mama Mary." Never fails, Catholicism.
America has the top economy and military in the world, but our cultural and educational institutions, America's soul, have succumbed to leftist rot. Military might and worldly wealth alone are not enough to preserve our founding principles, nor are once-in-a-generation electoral miracles like 2016. Our future existence as sons and daughters of freedom requires the satisfaction of a single paramount objective: the categorical defeat of the left. America cannot and will not survive otherwise. Our time calls for an American crusade, yes, a holy war for the righteous cause of human freedom. We make a lot of assumptions about where our culture is, and we're wrong. And if we don't crusade a holy war, a righteous holy war for freedom, we're not going to save it.
They are actually talking about, quote unquote, a holy war that America needs for it to be Christian again. And he uses the word crusade. And if you understand the word crusade, historically where that comes from, it is how the papacy used the crusades to convert people to Catholicism. So all of the elements are in place and they are happening now. What is the purpose of the military when it comes and becomes a Christian weapon? Why should it be transformed into a Christian weapon? It is because they will be forcing worship to the people. WhiteHouse.gov says, "As we prepare to celebrate 2.5 centuries of freedom, I am inviting America's great religious communities to pray for our nation and for our people." Moving on, you are going to see it get better and better. So as we chart our course for the next 250 years, let us rededicate ourselves to one nation under God. That's worship. Now it shows that Trump is following the steps of King Nebuchadnezzar. The Antichrist power has a movement that is countering the true movement of God. Did you catch what Trump said in this article? The statement of the White House press in red words: "Rededicate ourselves to one nation under God." What did King Nebuchadnezzar say in Daniel chapter 3? He summoned everybody in the kingdom for the dedication of the image. What image? The image of Babylon. And spiritual Babylon in Revelation is Rome. And the image was an outward representation of himself as king of Babylon, as a sign of the nation. And then he forced people to bow and worship. Bow or burn. It is a two-step process. First, Trump will call everybody to this dedication, just as King Nebuchadnezzar called everybody for this dedication. And those who refuse to come, second point, force them to bow and worship. A two-step process. President Trump and Kevin Roberts are telling you in a few years from now, they will call everyone to a dedication, a rededication of America. What comes next based on history to force people to bow and worship? Dearest friends, our appeal today is for us to have a fireproof character, just like what Daniel and his friends had, because they have given everything, their lives to Christ, and there is nothing left to burn. Kindly type our response today: "Lord, give me a fireproof character." Thank you, dearest friends. Continue to preach truth found in Bible prophecy.